going to have a normal life. I told them come back to me, and they did.
Sam Brock, NBC News.
Feel free to bring out the tissue. I'm right there with you. That's Nightly News. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
Night Court is guilty of being TV's #1 comedy premiere.
Strap in, baby.
And America can't get enough.
This is your fault.
Next case.
Night Court, new Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Northwoods Firearms in Crandon. We sell anything freedom. Firearms, ammunition, parts, and accessories. We buy, sell, and trade all types of firearms. We specialize in custom-built rifles and fully equipped setup hunting rifles. Silencer shop power dealer with kiosk. Factory trained and certified Cerakote applicator. We handle all types of firearms transfers as well as NFA weapon deals. Our focus is on you and delivering one-of-a-kind products. Embrace your freedom at Northwoods Firearms in Crandon.
Dan, Jessica, and Jeff bring you the news and weather from where you live weeknights.
Straight ahead, a local school district is making sure no kids go hungry. We'll have a look at the new addition in 3 Lakes.
Plus, we'll take you to Leona, where we learn about a bison farm. We'll see how they're adding to their herd.
And a woman in Columbia County was taken on a wild ride when someone stole her vehicle with her inside. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and Conrad Sapinski.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 6. I'm Jessica Jukic.
And I'm Dan Hagan. It's a challenge to teach students, especially when some of them have an empty stomach.
A local group is making sure 3 Lakes kids can think about their studies and not where their next meal is coming from. News Watch 12's Nick Van Zyl has more. Nick?
Thanks, Jessica. Opportunities to help your community sometimes come in the form of a school project. Feeding Our Rural Kids, or FORK, partnered with 3 Lakes School District to make a new in-school food pantry a possibility. Students, administrators, and FORK volunteers unveiled the first food pantry in the 3 Lakes School District. Students constructed the pantry, which took 4 months to complete.
It's a cabinet that we built in Woods class, Advanced Woods Furniture and Cabinet Making, and it's for the FORK program. It's basically a food pantry.
The pantry is located in the main entrance of the school district and is open during school hours. If a kid is hungry, students and teachers can easily grab something from the pantry. Blake Slizuski helped with the build and hoped people get use out of the project.
After school activities, people might see it and grab something for people in need.
District Administrator Terry Maney also sees it as a valuable resource.
FORK has worked with the district to get this opportunity available to all of our families, our children, those who need food.
Donations are also accepted at the pantry, and FORK volunteers ensure the donations are appropriate and pantries are stocked.
Whatever that is shelf stable and in the bins, and they'll take care of the rest.
Well, Conrad, I thought it was a wonderful day outside, around 30 degrees.
Yeah, it was beautiful out there today. Well above average temperatures, almost beach weather, I'd say.
And I saw it was snowing a little bit outside.
Yes, yeah, not only in your hometown, Ohio, but we had some snow showers out here and continuing outside right now. Taking a look out there, we do have some cloudy skies, a couple of flurries in the area, some lighter snow showers that will be passing by, especially into those overnight hours tonight and then into the morning hours tomorrow. Then we start to clear up. Visibilities are a bit low right now. There are some pockets of some heavier snow showers. Nothing past 2 miles visibility at that. There are some locations with close to 2 miles, but overall, though, 3, 4, 5 miles visibility. That's the average here all across the North Woods right now. Wausau's coming in at around 3 miles visibility. Same thing in Anago, same here in town. That means some snow is falling from the sky. Of course, temperatures are below freezing, so everything falling is starting to stick out there. So be careful. If you have any traveling to do going home or anything to do today, be careful out there as temperatures will continue to go down south and it will get a little bit more slick out there. Tonight, though, temperatures will be dropping to around 16 degrees with some lingering snow showers. Jessica?
Opening statements began today in the trial of a former South Carolina lawyer accused of killing his wife and the youngest of his 2 sons in June 2021. Prosecutors are expected to paint a picture of Alec Murdaugh, once a prominent lawyer in the state, as a man who killed his wife and son to buy time before other crimes were discovered. He He's accused of 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of possessing a firearm during commission of a violent crime. If convicted, he could face the death penalty. Murdaugh is also facing prosecution on financial and drug-related crimes. In one case, he allegedly hatched a scheme to have himself killed so his eldest son could collect $10 million of insurance money.
Wisconsin's state surplus is projected to be even larger than expected, $7.1 billion by July. The projection comes from the nonpartisan Legislative Fiscal Bureau. This could be the largest, it rather would be the largest budget surplus in Wisconsin history. During the State of the State address yesterday, Governor Evers unveiled nearly $1.5 billion in new spending proposals targeting mental health services, water pollution, affordable child care, and workforce development. Republicans are supporting a flat income tax proposal, whereas Evers wants a $600 million tax cut that targets the middle class.
Governor Tony Evers is rolling out a new initiative to bolster the workforce in Wisconsin. Today, Governor Evers announced Wisconsin's Workforce Initiative. The $190 million investment would provide a statewide series of forums to highlight workforce development investments. The forums will also discuss apprenticeships and hiring opportunities for veterans and workers with disabilities. The forums will also talk about funding and resources available to recruit and retain workers. The first round of free forums will provide an overview of resources that focus on the importance of homegrown talent. It will kick off on February 14th and run through March 8th. The first events in our area will be in Price County on Valentine's Day and Wood County on February 24th.
Brown County, the Green Bay area, is being asked to remove a statue and painting from the courthouse. At least one Native American says both pieces of art are offensive and should be taken down. The courthouse is on the National Register of Historic Places, which could play a role if the complaint is addressed. The Spirit of the Northwest statue outside the Brown County Courthouse features Father Claude Alloway, French explorer Nicolas Perrault, and an unnamed Native American. It commemorates exploration into the Green Bay region in 1668.
So I've been on the board 16 years now, and this is kind of the first time this topic has come up. With the exception of last month, there was a talk about the Native American portion of the statue, that the feather was missing on the top. And I guess we'll be addressing that. So.
The mural shows a white explorer firing pistols while Native Americans look shocked. The county will rely on the Historical Society's inputs on what to do about the Native American statue and mural.
It's not every day that you come across a bison farm in the Northwoods of Wisconsin, but there are a few, including the Forest County Potawatomi Farm outside Leona. A grant from the Intertribal Buffalo Council helped them get more. 40 new bison have been brought into the herd through the organization's program. It takes a surplus of animals from national parks and grasslands and put them on tribal lands. Farm manager Dave Cronauer wrote the grant to receive the bison.
We actually got to select what animals we wanted from what herds, and so we went through all the genetic makeup, genetic testing of all the animals to figure out what herds we wanted them from.
38 bison came from Wind Cave National Park in South Dakota, and 2 are from Yellowstone National Park.
We're bringing back something that's been a cultural significant animal to Native Americans forever. So we're trying to bring that back. We're bringing a healthy meat to the community, which is one of our goals for the farm, is to get people healthy through food.
The farm hopes to grow its herd to 80. They plan to sell 8 to 10 bison to the butcher each year. It's all part of their effort to bring back this meat into their food supply. We're getting a look at the dramatic rescue of a woman who had been sleeping in her car at a rest stop when a stranger got in and took off with her in the back seat.
It happened in central Wisconsin in the early hours of January 14th, and it was all caught on video. Michelle Bake shows how it all unfolded.
Shown from 3 different cameras, this is the 4 a.m. chase to find the driver, later identified as Kyle Wagner. He's accused of driving away on January 14th in someone else's car. In the back seat was a woman who woke up to the high-speed ride.
Call me, 911.
This is her call for help.
Oh, I was in a gas station. My husband just got out from the car.
The victim told dispatch she doesn't know where she is. You can hear her talking with Wagner.
No, I'm not telling anything because I'm really scared. You know, you should get back.
I will.
Please, no.
Okay, I'm going back.
No, you are not. No, you're not running around.
According to a criminal complaint, the victim said Wagner told her he was a truck driver and there was a conspiracy people wanted to kill them, so he was saving her.
Why you take the car from the gas station?
They're following us.
Who's following us? My husband. Of course, it's my car.
The deputy behind the squad car footage is cited in court documents. He details how Wagner drove at about 90 miles an hour and on the wrong side of traffic. That is until a state patrol car used a chase tactic to cause the car to crash into a guardrail. Watch as the car lifted into the air and airbags exploded. The victim came out first from the back seat, crying.
I was scared. I don't know who's this guy. Who's this guy?
Officers then took the 51-year-old man from New York into custody. After admitting he used fentanyl and meth within 24 hours, Wagner now faces multiple felony charges.
The Wisconsin Humane Society is urging people to quickly get submissions in for a popular fundraiser.
And we'll have a follow-up with the sled dog team after tragedy struck them last year. After Weather with Conrad.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. Arby's roast beef got a spicy new upgrade. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
Take your day from good to great with Perkins Great Plates under $10. Get big flavor and bigger savings with our Magnificent 7 breakfast, Big Bacon BLT, and more. And don't forget a delicious pie from our bakery. Save time and order online at perkinstogo.com.
Lance Truck, we got the trucks at Lance Truck.
Nobody has more used trucks all on one lot, all priced to move. So when you're ready to buy your next truck, know that all Lenz trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenztruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move.
We got the trucks at Lenz Truck.
My name is Thomas Magnum. I'm a private investigator. My buddies and I help those in need. Make a hell of a team. It might get dangerous.
I have no doubt.
But you want to keep it on the DL.
Sneaking around might be kind of fun. In a naughty way.
That's a good point.
All your local news is just a swipe away with the new and improved Newswatch 12 mobile app. Download the app on all your devices for local news, school closings, full video newscasts, and more. Newswatch 12. News from where you live.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. That big crispy boy can barely fit on the bun. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Outside, we do have some snowmobiling weather today, tomorrow, and then once again into Friday. But get ready, a lot more colder air will be moving in starting the weekend. We do have around 15 inches of snow here on the ground. Of course, a lot more the more north and west you go, and the more south you go, barely any snow. Milwaukee's coming in with maybe a trace of snowfall on the ground. Right now, though, we do have some cloudy skies, a couple of lighter snow showers still lingering in the area. For the most part, this is starting to dissipate, and it is starting to move out of the area, as we did have a little bit of heavier snow, especially southern Wisconsin into northern Illinois. Most of this is moving out. Right now, it is in the northeast. New York City's getting in on a little bit of rain. Same thing down south, closer to Washington, D.C. A little bit of snow in Maine, though, so get ready for that. A lot of it will be on the way. For us, though, a couple of lingering snow showers overnight. night and then into the morning hours tomorrow. Overall, though, we're going to see mostly cloudy skies on Thursday. Then Thursday night, Friday, we start to see a little bit more snow move in. This might bring us maybe an inch, maybe 2 inches in some spots. So get ready for that. It's going to be a quick mover, though. By around 10 a.m. on Friday, it is going to be a long gone. So it's going to come in around maybe 2, 3 a.m. on Friday and then only lasting for around 6 hours and then quickly moving out by then. And pretty much that's going to be the scene for most of us. We're looking at around maybe half an inch overnight tonight. Not much still left. But then on Friday, we're looking at maybe an inch to 2 inches in some spots. Maybe a little bit more down south by the Rapids. They might see a little bit more snow than that. But in general, it's going to be a 1 to 2 inch snowfall rate. Temperatures, though, are below freezing right now. We are in the upper 20s, so everything that is falling is starting to stick. It is also slippery outside, so be careful outside, folks, as temperatures will continue to cool off. We are below freezing. Our average, though, should be around 22, so today was one of those days where we had some above average temperatures, some well above average temperatures even. We were in those lower 30s earlier today. Our average low, though, is supposed to be at around 3 degrees, so we actually haven't seen those low temperatures in a long time, but get ready. Starting Friday night, that's when all that cold air starts to move in, all the way from Canada. For the last couple of weeks, though, we've been pretty mild. Most of that cold Arctic air has been up north in Canada. All those colors in purple up there, those darker shades of purple, those are some very cold temperatures, 20 to even 30 below zero. And some of that's actually going to come down south. So most of America is pretty mild right now. Some above average temperatures for the most of us across the state, but a lot colder air will be moving in. If you like roller coasters, folks, get ready for this roller coaster ride of temperatures. 23 degrees on Friday, not looking too bad, near average, some snow showers. But look what happens on Saturday. That is that first day of that cold Arctic air moving in. And then the weekend and even all throughout next week, we're going to have very cold temperatures, well below average for this time of year, in the single digits at that. As our trend, look at that. Friday night into Saturday, sharp cold front comes in. Keeps us cold Saturday, Sunday. Look at Monday, 2 degrees, Tuesday into Wednesday, and then even longer than that. We're going to see some very cold temperatures, so get ready for that. Temperatures tonight, though, will be pretty mild, well above average in those mid-teens. Snow showers in the areas will be very light. Half an inch or less of snow will be likely. Tomorrow, though, we're going to see some peaks of sunshine. Overall, though, mostly cloudy skies. A couple of flurries lingering in the area, especially early in the morning hours. Temperatures near our average once again in those lower 20s. Our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show a nice looking weekend. Very cold, though. Look at those low temperatures, almost 20 degrees below zero. Jessica?
Thank you, Conrad. The Wisconsin Humane Society announced that they're nearing capacity on their Poorly Drawn Pets fundraiser. The shelter in Milwaukee announced on their Facebook page that they received more than 600 entries in just 12 hours. People can submit a photo of their pet and pay $25. Then their pet will be drawn by a volunteer. Within 48 hours, the Humane Society hopes to get your drawing back. To enter into this, you can go to the Wisconsin Humane Society's Facebook page to donate and then comment a photo of your pet.
Last year, a sled dog team was struck by a snowmobile in Bayfield County while practicing. The crash left one of the dogs on the team with severe injuries, including a leg broken in several places. That dog's name is Wildfire, and he is now getting ready to return to racing. But there were doubts that he would ever race again.
It was so bad that I thought his leg was going to have to be amputated. You know how bad and swollen, and it was.
That was two-time Bear Grease champion Ryan Reddington. Wildfire went through surgeries and therapies, all with the hope of getting his leg back to full strength. And now, just ahead of this year's Bear Grease sled dog race, Wildfire has made a full recovery.
Just every time he's shown us like he's better and he's ready to go the extra distance.
Dr. Hadley also said that she witnessed Wildfire do most of the work to get himself ready and fully healed. The race starts on Sunday, January 29th at 10 a.m. in Duluth. A Milwaukee man was on the receiving end of a generous donation.
Coming up, we'll hear about one man's desire to help after the break.
Can we really trust him with a car?
Of course we can, Lindsay, with AAA auto insurance.
Wait, AAA has auto insurance?
home insurance, too.
Switch and save on AAA auto insurance and expect something more.
At Eagle Floor Covering in Eagle River, we have a knowledgeable staff, competitive pricing, and free estimates. Browse our selection of carpet, vinyl, wood, and tile for your next home project.
Keeping your family close together in your home these days are important. Let us remodel your kitchen and bath. Kitchen Bath Mart specializes in complete remodels for the past 35 years. From design to install, we'll take good care of you. Stop in or call us today at Kitchen Bath Mart. We're your #1 choice in kitchen and bath remodeling. Highway 70 East in Arborvitae.
Is your bathroom looking old and worn out? Want to update it, but you don't know where to start? Then let VCI Bath & Shower show you how to turn that old bath into an aisle of beauty and functionality. Our residential bathroom solutions provide the best value on the market, and our customer service is second to none. Our cost-effective VCI Bath & Shower family of products has what you need.
Remodeling our bathroom was a big decision for us.
They didn't make a mess out of our house at all. And at the end of the day, we had a beautiful new bathroom. And it was a great experience the whole way through.
We have the best monthly payment programs in the industry, with payments as low as $68 per month, or no interest, no payments for 18 months. For a limited time, be one of the first 100 callers who schedule a free in-home consultation and receive $500 off.
1-800-908-7527. That's 1-800-908-7527.
Factory trained and certified installers made in the USA, and discounts for seniors and military. VCI Bath & Shower, the leader in affordable bathroom products.
The Northwoods provides plenty of beauty year-round, and the weather events that develop can produce some amazing photos. Submit yours online at WJFW's weather photo section on the website to share with the WJFW weather team. You're watching NBC 12 from where you live.
Can we really trust him with a car?
Of course we can, Lindsay, with AAA auto insurance.
Wait, AAA has auto insurance?
We do home insurance, too.
Switch and save on AAA auto insurance and expect something more.
When a store owner in Milwaukee found out his friend Ronnie had fallen on hard times, he knew he could help.
Within just a few days, he raised more than enough money to answer his friend's prayers. Late last year, Ronnie's truck was vandalized, and he didn't have reliable transportation to get to his job in Waukesha. Ronnie would walk more than 4 hours to get to work if he couldn't find a ride. Caleb Nickel was able to help out his friend by posting on Instagram, explaining the situation, and through that, in just 3 days, they received $30,000.
I had somewhat of a little following, so I thought we could do something for him.
Ronnie bought himself a 2008 GMC Yukon that had 160,000 miles. Ronnie kept $16,000 and donated the rest of the money.
I didn't need that much. It was more than what I could, would need.
The rest of the money that was raised was donated to 3 local charities. We'll have a final check of the forecast after the break.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's $14 million sell-off is happening now. Millions of dollars of product must be sold. Save as much as 85% off while it lasts. Save 55% instantly on this Ashley Sleep Hybrid mattress, now just $5.99 at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
For adventure. For climbing. For splashing. For towing. For premium. For capable. The GMC AT4 lineup, premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC. Or get 2.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on turbo high-output engine Sierra light-duty models.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best. And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from, and the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
As a nurse, your capacity to give is superhuman until it's not. These days, nearly every nurse is exhausted. You deserve an employer who shares your passion for keeping people healthy, including you. Join Peter Christensen Health Center today. Work fewer hours, enjoy regular schedules, rebalance your life with your passion. Your loved ones will thank you. Your new healthcare team will appreciate you. And your new patients will be grateful for you. Quit the chaos. Be your best self. Join us today.
Now get an Escape, Edge, or Explorer SUV with 0% APR financing for 36 months, only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's $14 million sell-off is happening now. Millions of dollars worth of product arrived late and must be sold. Whirlpool microwaves now just $199. Amana washer and dryer pairs now just $9.99. Happening now at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
The 9th annual Junker Sled Race is coming up. It'll take place on Saturday, February 25th, starting at 10 a.m. These races take place off of County Highway 8 just before you get into Three Lakes. The snowmobiles featured cannot be newer than a 1990 model year, and there is a $500 cap that can be spent on a race sled. The cost to attend is $5 for adults. The event is free for anyone younger than 18. More information can be found by going online to junkersled.com.
Looks like a lot of fun.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, I hope the temperatures, though, kind of rebound since we got this cold front coming in.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, speaking of the snowmobiles, I was out there for the first time this year, Monday. So weather was pretty good out there. Take a look at this. I mean, beautiful sled out there. Not a 1991, but hey, the weather is definitely cooperating for some snowmobiling the next couple of days. We will have some cloudy skies, mostly cloudy tomorrow, and then more chances of snow on Friday. And then for the most part, it's going to be moving out by around 10, 11 a.m. on Friday. But temperatures will end up cooling down. Right now, though, not looking too bad. We're in the upper 20s, so well above average temperatures. Really felt like a really nice, warm day out there. But a lot more colder air will be moving in. Enjoy Thursday into Friday with those temperatures in the 20s, because Saturday we start to see some single digits. Look at those low temperatures on Monday and Tuesday, close to 20 degrees below zero, with the wind chill around 30 to 40 below zero. So get ready and bundle up for those cold temperatures coming up.